black hair.
He did have, yeah, and a big
I saw
beard.
that.
And then after he lost all the weight, he went back and cleaned himself up,
Yeah,
and he looked like he
looked-
was 25 again.
Yeah, I saw that a long time ago on Facebook.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
We're doing it rough.
Rough cut with it.
Rough cut.
Well, hey, buddy, I like you too.
Oh,
Got
thanks.
a little close there.
Thanks, champ.
So, this is the story so far, and I'm Matt.
I'm Aaron. Welcome to the show once again.
Tonight we're just rough cutting it, I guess. Doing it raw.
As always, lately,
Yeah,
doing it
lately.
on the phone again, which seems to be working out pretty well. So, yeah, still no internet yet. So, I'm just going to have to tough it out.
It's alright, dude. I like these little quick vids you put up with the phone. I think they turn out pretty good, so.
Yeah, hopefully everybody saw the video with Nate, Nathan G.
However the fuck you pronounce the name, there's been years and years of debate about that.
Language.
Sorry.
It's all right.
As soon as it came out, I realized.
I know.
Anyway,
So,
but yeah, him, good old Nate boy piping for you. That was pretty entertaining.
that was definitely entertaining. So,
He's come a long way from the days of just carrying around the chanter. I remember him coming to my house back when he very first started playing, and he just carried around the chanter with him just so he could practice fingering and blowing. And he's come a long way since those days. So,
oh man, yeah, he's come a long way. He still has a ways to go. If you couldn't tell in the video, but
Yeah.
I obviously can't do it. So, my hat's off to him, man. The dude sounded pretty good.
well, and they say that bagpipes are one of the hardest instruments to play, so
Yeah.
good for him. Anyway, so what's new with you, Aaron?
Well, we went to Comic-Con this last weekend,
Comic-Con.
and the first ever Salt Lake City Comic-Con blew away a lot of records. I think they said it was 4th or 5th largest in the country for the first year, and so it's definitely coming back next year. I'm looking forward to that. We only went for one day, and a lot to see. Didn't get to see everything I wanted to see. Definitely would have loved to have taken a lot more pictures, but my phone, I was messing around on it too much, and so I only got a few on it and got posted on Facebook. I have a few on the old iPod here that I was able to take, so hopefully I'll be getting those posted on Thursday when I'm around some internet. But overall, fun experience. I mean, we were there for about 6.5 hours. Like I say, there was a lot more there to see that we didn't get to see. So next year we're going to try and go at least 2 to 3 days if we can afford it, and try and hit everything that we can. And I really wanted to do some video shots down there, but I don't know, something about it. I just never got to a point to where I felt like I was comfortable enough to do it. So unfortunately, you guys didn't get to see any video from it, but definitely next year we'll do it.
Get on Aaron's page though and look at some of the pictures. He put up a couple good ones, just some different people in costume and stuff. Our buddy Dustin and his wife went down and in costume, and our buddy Dustin has numerous pictures with just random people because they loved his scarecrow costumes.
And, I did not get one snapped with him.
Really?
I was thinking, I need to get one with him, and then we met up with him, talked to him for a couple of minutes, and that was it. And I for whatever reason, I just didn't think to do it.
He loves to put that costume on, so I'm sure you could get one outside of Comic-Con.
I'm going to have to. I'm actually trying to put my. I've already looked on eBay and several other sites for parts and pieces of the costume that I want to do for next year, and I think I'm going to be able to do it for fairly cheap, but we'll see how it goes. But one of the costumes I want to try and put together. I have another idea for another one that you and I haven't talked about yet, but I've got 2 costumes that I want to try and do, and they're kind of obscure characters, but we'll see how it goes. We may try and go for a mainstream, but the 2 that I've got look pretty easy to do.
But
So,
looks can be deceiving.
I think they'll be easy to do. I just got to get all the right equipment for them, and I think they'll be inexpensive too. So I'll probably be going to the DI to get some stuff. But back to the Comic-Con, I mean, tons of booths there. Most of them were comic related or gaming related. but there were a few oddballs there. And I mean, the Air Force was there.
Trying to recruit?
Trying to recruit. They had a big bus in there and everything. And like I told you, Teleperformance was trying to recruit people. There were a few others that were just really oddball, but overall, it was definitely geared towards the geeks and the nerds, of which I am. And so it was definitely a fun time. Expensive, but fun. So, and I'll tell you, riding the tracks train down, riding front runner down, and then taking tracks, definitely it was costly, but I think it was worth it.
Saved on parking and everything.
Yeah, I mean we didn't have to go and actually find a place to park and then walk clear up to it. Tracks train, we got off like right across the street from the Salt Palace and was able to walk over. Didn't have to worry about driving down and back, so it was a lot of stress-free time there. And it was actually my first time ever using public transportation.
Really?
So, yeah, ever. The only time I've ever ridden any kind of what you would consider public transportation was when I went to college. I'd park at the event center and then ride the bus from there over to Weber
Wait a
State.
second, weren't you on a bus when the sign busted you in the head? Didn't you walk off a bus or something?
That was school bus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, different from public.
I had always been under the impression it was a public bus that happened.
No, that was when I was. I think I was a freshman in high school when I got hit in the head by that sign. So yeah. But anyway, so that was the newest thing. Steven got fired from work.
Oh, that's
So,
unfortunate.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know it, it just things added up, and it is what it is. But he's
Hey, we've both been there now, man.
he found a new job.
That's good.
So, well, he didn't get fired by me.
Oh,
So
he actually got fired.
that was the difference there, pal.
It happens. It happens.
But but like I said, he rebounded and has found a new job.
Good.
The unfortunate part for him is it doesn't start for another few days. So, but good for him for that. And so, other than that, life's going good. Twins are doing great. Coming right along as far as development, I think. So they're both healthy.
That's good.
Yeah. So, got Sons of Anarchy on tonight. Looking forward to watching that. Going to be watching that. Breaking Bad has started for the final run of its television appearance. So we just started into the first part of that. Well, okay. I guess somebody's honking outside.
That's game time.
But anyway, so yeah, we just started watching the first part of season 5, and so we're playing catch up right now. But we're recording everything we're missing, so we should be able to watch everything. So gonna be good. And then Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. 2 weeks I think away.
Something like that.
No, actually I think it's only 1 week away now. I think it starts on the 19th. It starts on the 19th, so it's about nine days.
Mm.
So.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, so there are some good shows on. NFL has started. My team lost poorly the other night.
Mine lost too, so it's alright.
I saw that.
I didn't see that.
I didn't watch the game. I just saw the score and I saw that they lost. But we were watching the Giants play the Cowboys and they came back and made it a close game. But there's no doubt about it. They lost poorly. It was just a terrible game. So.
Did you hear about Peyton Manning? 7 TD passes to break an NFL, or to tie an NFL record. For the first game of the season, he threw 7 TD passes.
He's having a good year, and the bad part about it is
against Ravens. No, who was the? Was it?
No, I
Ravens?
think it was.
Yeah, it was. It was
But no, the bad part about him playing so well right at the start of the season is
he's gonna fizzle out.
no. Next week they play the Giants.
Oh,
So
damn.
my team has the potential of going 0-2 for the start of the season.
It's all right. My team will probably do the same. So
I'm hoping that they get it together because part of the Giants' failure was their running game, but they rehired Brandon Jacobs today, so we'll see if that helps remedy it. When he played for the Giants, he was decent but not great. I think they made a mistake last year in letting Ahmad Bradshaw get away, but it is what it is. So we'll see how they do.
Stuff happens.
Yeah. So anyway, you had a couple of stories that you wanted to talk about tonight. So
Well, just talking about the final half of Breaking Bad season. I heard the other day on the radio on our local X96. There's actually a toy company who has released a Lego type. It's not a Lego produced, but it's a Lego type block set of Breaking Bad. It's a full-on build-it-yourself meth lab. It comes with the RV they cook in. It comes with the characters and their gas masks, and I mean the whole 9 yards. And the claim is that it's geared towards adults, but I mean, come on now, who's really going to play with those kinds of things? Yeah, I know that there are adults out there who play with those kind of things, but really, I mean, kids are more likely to play with those types of toys than adults.
well, last year when Django Unchained came out,
Right.
there was a toy company that made figures for that, and they got pulled because they were offensive.
Well,
So I mean, they do make them, for adults, but
right. Well, I guess that's kind of what's happened with this is nobody will actually license it and put it on shelves, but it is out there. I've actually seen the pictures of it. It's very detailed. It's pretty cool, but a little too over the top for kids.
well, the thing is, they put it out there for fans of the show.
Right.
So
Which would be cool. I mean, really, if you were a hardcore Breaking Bad fan, to get it and put it together and have on, as a
and I'll tell you,
display.
we had a guy over about 2 weeks ago now that dude's like 21 or so. He was into Legos.
Oh yeah.
I sent him down into the boys' room and let him put together some of their Lego sets that they've had since Christmas and not put together.
My brother is still. I mean, him and his son go out and buy Lego sets, and Brian, puts them together.
But that's the thing though, is this guy didn't have kids.
Right.
So
Well,
I mean, I can see it when you have kids to play
that's
with
the
them.
only reason Brian has kids, is so he can really shout. So,
Yeah.
no, the other story again, I heard it on the radio the other morning. In Arkansas this past weekend, there was a man who got into a standoff, a shootout with police. And the thing is the man was 107 years old.
One of the oldest people in the country.
Yeah, and they said that they don't know why he did it. They said that he was in great standing with his community. Everybody knew him. He was a highly respected member of the local church, and they said that nobody knows why he snapped, but he barricaded himself in the house, would not negotiate with police negotiators, and they ended up shooting and killing the guy.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't believe that. I think that's how I'd want to go out if I was that old,
Sometimes you just
Suicide
get
by
it in
cop.
you. Sometimes you get it in you and you're just like, I'm done.
Yeah, well.
So
But I just thought that was kind of interesting. I mean, 107 years old, dude. Can you imagine?
I can only hope that I live that long, to be honest with you.
Dude, I don't even think I'll live that long, let alone be able to freaking fire off a gun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How many 80-year-olds do you know that can lift a gun, let alone 107?
There are some pretty in shape 80-year-olds out there.
Well, that's true.
So-
But I just kind of thought those were interesting stories. So.
Yeah. Well, let's hop into Aaron's iPod because we are starting to run out of time.
We gotta go watch Sons of Anarchy, that's why.
Actually, I just want to make sure that we get the whole show recorded in one take on
No 2-part episode this time.
Yeah. So this last week I downloaded, actually about 2 weeks ago now, I downloaded Blue October's new album, Sway. And it's kind of hard to describe the album, but
All their stuff.
kind of a light alternative,
Yeah.
I'd say.
A light alternative with some pretty dark lyrics sometimes.
Oh, definitely. So, but I think tonight, I think we're going to go with their last song on that CD. It's called To Be. And so here we go. Honestly, I should have proofed this song before I brought it onto the show tonight.
I was wondering.
A little slow.
You got quite an intro or what?
I thought so, but you know, we'll kick it back and we'll go to another one of their songs. Let's go with Light You Up.
Just kidding.
This is Light You Up.
Wow, quite a difference from that first one.
Isn't it though?
Way different.
This is the kind of stuff I like when I'm trying to go to sleep and that, because it really helps me sleep.
Puts you in a trance.
It just, I don't know, it just helps me sleep, relax. So.
I'm never gonna give up. Remember what I used to. It's time to look at facing, as if you in any way understood. It always lowered me and downsized. It always lowered my faith. But it's in the corner, eyes and you're next to me. It's in the corner, I get out of space. I can't explain the way.
And that's all you get for tonight.
Well, there it is, folks. I gotta tell you, their first album, dude, I really liked a couple of songs off of it, and then I hated everything else they've done.
Really?
I'm not a Blue October fan.
I am. I've got a bunch of their stuff on.
Well, and I haven't listened to this newest album, but their first album, like I said, a couple songs I really, really liked, and then their second album was okay. Well, no, I hated it. And this album I haven't listened to at all.
Most of their stuff is kind of like that, so I don't know if you'll like it. But.
Well, and that's way different from anything on their first album. So.
Yeah. Well, before we go tonight, I just want to throw out a plug for Where the Blacktop Ends. So look it up on Amazon.com. You can also look it up on Facebook, Where the Blacktop Ends with dashes all in between it. You can also look up the author, John R. Mizell. His co-author, Steve Stout. Look those guys up on Facebook if you need to try to get a hold of the book. I think it's going for about $8 for paperback copy, and I think it's either $4 or $5 for an ebook. So definitely worth the read. The best way to describe it is that it's written how a Southern person would talk. So if you don't let that get to you, then I think you'll enjoy the book. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I didn't have a problem reading it. When I read a book or something, you know, if they have a part of somebody talking, I like to try and imagine how they talk. So it really helped me out with envisioning. Well, plus the fact that I know that I know my dad, so I'm able to actually, when I read it, actually hear it through his words in my mind. So.
I think reading that book would probably give me nightmares, dude, because your dad used to scare the hell out of me as a kid.
But also check out KJ Photography on Facebook. Anybody else you want to plug?
Country Knots, check it out right now this month. I think as long as you get your order in before the end of the month, she's got a 20% off deal or something like that going on. It's just Facebook.com/CountryKnots, I believe, with a K, like country, you know what I mean. And then I think that's about it, dude. Really.
All right, well, definitely share the show. Don't just like it, don't just watch it, but actually share it. That way we get more views and we get more people checking it out.
Or else we'll kill you.
Send us your comments onto the Story So Far page, our personal pages, however you want to try and get a hold of us. But let us hear your comments, questions, whatever. We will answer questions on the show.
Even if you tell us we suck, dude, just let us know. Any feedback is feedback.
You know, I know we've talked about it several times, but we are still in the process of trying to get with some of these bands that we've talked about as far as getting interviews set up. It's just tricky with getting all of their schedules together and our schedule together so we can all meet up, and so we're still working on that. We should have a couple of bands getting back to us here pretty quick. So anyway, I think that's going to be a show.
Thanks for watching. This has been The Story So Far. I'm Matt.
I'm Aaron. We'll see you next time. Click, 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 click.